Alright, we're just going to do a quick look at all the features. First off, I have the 4.5 by 14. They come in a pretty cool box. You get the sunshade, which comes off, and then you got the turrets that pop up and down. You got the locking ring right here for the eyepiece, so you can adjust that and then lock it down, which is a really nice feature in my opinion. You got the adjustable power. On this side, you have the light part that goes on. You have this wheel. This wheel does come off. I got it off on the other one, so I'll show you that. They're a 30mm tube scope. To me, they're a really nice scope, half mil dot. I really like the half mil dot setup. So there you go. That's the Hawke 4x14. Get a little closer look. You got your turrets, pop in and out. That is awesome. I think all scopes should have that personally. I like being able to just adjust them whenever I want. So everything's well made, well marked. They're a little on the heavy side, but I don't mind heavy. I gave up the wood for the lighter, heavier scope. Here is the 6.5 by 20. Same thing as the 4.5. It's just a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, and it goes up to 20 power. Same adjustments, same lock rings. This has the wheel off. Here's your side focus. You can use that without the wheel if you don't want to use the wheel. And then you got the same thing, exactly the same scope. So there you have it. Size wise, like I said, they're identical lengthwise. Nope, I lied. The other one's just a little bit longer, about a half inch longer. I'm sure they got the specs on it. I didn't look them up. So here's the 6x24. They got a much bigger wheel on the side. You can get an aftermarket wheel to go on this. They don't have the bigger wheel, and it's power or light adjustments up on the eyepiece instead. It's got the same locking feature. It is a 30mm scope as well. It's got the adjustable power in the same spot. It's got caps over its turrets, but it's got nice turrets that mark and that you just turn. There's no locking, no tools needed. Just unscrew the cover and you can adjust, which is fine too. If you're a hunter and you don't want them exposed, it's kind of nice to have these. They do really good at gathering light. All of them do. I haven't had any issues. And this one does not come with the sunshade, but it does come with flip-up covers. The other Hawke scope comes with screw-on covers, and I believe it's got a marker that also comes with it. It just mounts onto the side, so you can see that in the features. So there you go, 6x24. And here's the 4x16. Same exact scope, it's just shorter, not as heavy. Same features, same knobs. Everything's pretty much identical as the 6x24. Like I said, I think these are much clearer on low power than the Tacticals are, but maybe it's just mine, maybe it's my eyes. I've got the greatest eyes, so I'm not going to really comment much on that. For me, they're clear. All of them are pretty clear and focus pretty sharp. So, all in all, I really like the Hawke light scopes. I did have to send one in, not one of these, but a different one that I got because there was a little loose eyepiece, and I didn't realize it. Used it for a long time. I'm like, wow, this eyepiece is a little loose. It doesn't affect anything, and I sent it right back to them. No questions asked. They were great. They got me the scope back. I mean, it was a couple days there and a couple days back. I don't even think it was gone a week. So their customer service was really great, easy to deal with. So thumbs up for Hawke. So anyways, if you're looking at Hawke scopes, these are great scopes. They're air gun rated, so you can put them on springers. They'll take the kick of a crossbow. You can put them on powder burners. There's nothing you can't put them on. So all in all, I think they're a great scope. Like I said, a little on the heavy side, but you gotta give to get. And they all got the illuminated rectiles and take a 2032, I believe, battery. It's the bigger battery. So, which is nice because those batteries are easily changed and found anywhere. So I really like the bigger battery. I can take one out here and I can let you know for sure. I don't want to give misinformation. But it just unscrews. Here's the battery. My old eyes probably can't read it without my magnifying glass, so I'm going to have to get my magnifying glass out. It's all true. It's all true. My eyes are going bad. 2032. CR 2032. And these are used in a lot of different things, and I've never had a problem picking them up pretty much at any hardware store or sporting goods store. So, all in all, I really like to have that bigger battery myself because I like to be able to get it easy. So, I'm going to wrap this up, man, and you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Alright, here's the 4x16 Eclipse. That's 50 yards, max zoom. Yeah. I'll back it out. And we'll switch to, there we go with 80 yards. Let's see if I can get it sighted in a little better. That's max zoom. 2.5 inch spinner. And there's the minor all the way up. This is my favorite of them all for hunting. I like 4 power sometimes. Mostly I hunt on 6 power. I don't use high power. Here's the light on this one. I really like the light. Okay, here we have the 6x24. Get in focus. That's 24 power at 50 yards. I'm leaving the camera set at the same power. I think it's 6 power for all these. So there you go. A 1 inch spinner on the bottom, and 1.5 inch up on the top wide, and about 1.5 inches over there. There's a good shot at the reticle. This is the one with the dot that lights up. Not sure how well it's going to show up. But I love that center lighted dot. The other ones have lighted. I'll show you them too in a little bit. I forgot to roll them on. They both have lighted red tiles. Almost forgot to do the zoom in and out. Let's zoom out. Yeah, well, there you go. 6 power. That's the bottom. And all the way up to 24 power. Alright. Again, it's starting to get a little dark out. I want to do this when the sun wasn't blazing in, and I got a little lazy. I didn't get out here fast enough. So, there's the reticle at 80 yards, 2.5 inch spinner, 1 inch spinner buried in the snow. So that's maybe a little over about 3/4 inch down there. 24 power, down to 6 power. And back up. I really like this scope. The clarity's decent. The Tacticals seem a little bit better on high power than the Eclipse does at high power, but on low power the Eclipse seems better than the Tactical, at least the ones that I've had. So anyhow, there you go. Said doing the best with the focus. I don't know if it's as good through the camera as it is in real life, but anyhow. Okay, here we have the 6.5x20 Hawke Tactical. We're on full zoom. We'll back it out at 50 yards. Again, that's a 1 inch spinner on the bottom, 1/2 inch spinner on the top on the right, and about 1.5 inch spinner on the left. do 80 yards next. You can get a good look at the reticle. There we are at 80 yards. We do a zoom on that. So here you can see, in comparison to the spinner, again 2.5 inch spinner out there at 80 yards. Alright, here we have the 4x14. We're going to click on the power. You can see the whole thing lights up. I can maybe shrink this down a little bit there. I'll change it so you can see the whole reticle maybe a little bit better. That ain't working too good, is it? Well, that's about all I'm going to get, it looks like. I have to play with my camera mount. I'm still kind of new to this, but the whole thing lights up. You can see the sides light up. And it does on the top and bottom as well. Alright, there. Now we're back to where we were. We're on 6x. So, I don't know if I could slide it back a little bit. Maybe you'll see it better. No, that ain't doing it either. Oh well, you get the idea. Alright, here we have the 4.5 by 14 Hawke Tactical Eclipse. That would be the reticle at 50 yards. The 1 inch spinner to the right on the bottom and a 1/2 inch on the top. I think that's like a little 1.5 on the left. So there we have a 50-yard look at it. I'll put it out in the white light so you can see. We had a lot of snow and everything's covered in white. So I will zoom in out to, it's at 14 power as well. Then go all the way down to 4 power, 4.5, and then all the way up to 14. So that's a look at that. We'll show it at 80 yards. Okay, here we're looking at 80 yards. Let's get it in focus. There's 80 yards. And let's do the adjustment. I've had real good luck with these scopes. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. So that's about a 2.5 inch spinner down there, and the one buried in the snow is a 1 inch, but I don't think you can see it. So there you go. Have a good look at that. Yeah. Alright, here we got the 6.5 by 20. It's a little heavier reticle, a little different reticle. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is a 4 by 14. I got it backwards. The last one was the 6.5 by 20. I got them on the wrong guns right now. I'm all messed up. Sorry about that. You can see more of the reticle. The reticle on the 4 by 14 is quite a bit smaller than the 6 by 24, which is good and bad. For vertical, it's nice to have the bigger reticle, but for left and right, you got spacings a lot closer for the half mil dots and the mil dots, so you get much finer windage. So I'm still kind of playing around with which one I like better. I like the thicker lines on the 6 by 20. It's much easier for my old eyes to see. On the 4.5 by 14, it's got a much thinner lined reticle. So anyhow, there's the reticles.